gateways are one.
Good evening, listener. When I saw this story on its original broadcast, I was 8 years old, and I absolutely loved it and had no idea at all about anything that had happened in it. Not the foggiest. Um, I just watched it again in preparation for this, and I had forgotten how much I absolutely adore it. I love Warrior's Gate because Warrior's Gate is the story we're doing, but it's not with Tom Baker. Oh, fuck no. It's with Matt Smith. With me tonight to explore this white void, Mr. Barry Williams,
Oh,
Mr. Paul Ferry,
Bonjour.
and in his black void, Mr. Stephen Palace.
how do? I'm not sure why I said that. I went with how do.
Yeah, how do's fine.
Okay.
How do's fine. Friendly, even greeting. So, this is interesting, isn't it? We've got problems straight away because a lot of it's quite canine centric, and he actually requires canine's functions like having sensors to triangulate. I've got an idea. I've got an idea,
Yeah.
which is that now have we got rid of Amy and Rory yet in Time Ram? Have they left?
I don't think so, no.
Well, I think it's Amy and Rory leaving. And I think that Rory gets broken by the time winds, and I think he's all old and gnarly, like he is in Doctor's Wife.
Yeah.
And so they have to get him through the mirrors. And and then when they're there, she'll fall in love with Birok because it's Amy, and she just wants to fuck everything, basically. And she just sees these loads of lion men and goes, yep. And I think she and Rory stay behind to jump ahead to the end. But that's my theory, which is mine.
I think that makes sense because they wouldn't really be able to afford to go to New York or anything, would they? They wouldn't have a big send-off like that. So
Why is there a requirement for New York in this script?
You're putting New York in the script, or
no? I'm saying there's no requirement for New York in the script.
Exactly.
Yeah. You struggle to get New York into this. Yeah. Very much white void.
It's just a void. So Washington, D.C.
I mean, the void is going to look so much better. I think the one thing that pisses me off about Warrior's Gate is how deeply bad a lot of the chroma key is.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And you know that it's the sort of thing that fix things like that in Terror of the Autons, but that's like a few seconds here and there and a few seconds around the troll doll. This is loads. So it's frustrating. You know, it is technically doable to fix that, but the amount of work it would take is monumental.
I've never understood why they did that. Filmed it against blue and chroma keyed in white. Why don't just film it against white? That was possible. Kenny Everett did it every week.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that the reason given was that they wanted to get a more kind of eggshell texture to the whole thing, which you can't do with a cyclorama. But it's such a stupid idea. They should have just filmed it on white and overexposed it a bit like Kenny Everett. They should have done that.
Yeah.
It worked all right in The Mind Robber.
Yeah.
You know, put a bit of mist in, and it would have been so much nicer to look at. But there we are. There we are. It's going to look great now.
I'm thinking it's going to be very misty now in the Matt Smith era. It's going to be, like walking through clouds. It's going to be very.
I think you'll get more of a
misty
kind of vanishing into it, because when they walk away, they just get smaller. It would be nice if they faded off into it as if it's a kind of dense mist.
It doesn't make a lot of sense in the original because they kind of come across the freighter and things, and you're thinking, well, you'd be able to see that from miles away.
Yeah,
in that white void.
Yeah. If I can find my TARDIS, well, I know it's small, but it's there. Distance away, but it's clearly there because you've got the TARDIS, you've got the gateway, and you've got the privateer, and that's your lot. That little thing next to it might be Adric sitting on K9, or in this case, Rory. Who knows? Why Adric's sitting on Rory? Fuck knows. Maybe it's Amy's choice.
It has that experimental feel that the director was looking to do something a bit more ambitious, wasn't he? So he had that very long establishing shot, which was a bit like sort of Saturday morning TV. You saw lots of bits of the studio. But they were kind of pretending it was something. It was like, hey kids, this is a spaceship kind of thing.
Absolutely,
so it suggests they might have somebody kind of experimental coming on board to direct Warriors Gate, and for some reason I thought Chris Morris. So anyway, that was my,
oh god,
that was my thought process.
I'd love Chris Morris to be involved in Doctor.
Is that a good suggestion that Chris Morris directs Doctor Who? Or?
Yes, but it would never happen.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically,
so you'd have Kevin Eldon and all sorts, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm up for that.
Yeah, I was thinking, when is this? And is Kenneth Cope still alive? I think he might be, because we can't do it without Kenneth Cope. I can't manage it without Kenneth Cope. I can't.
Still alive, yeah. He was around quite a while, yeah. Probably in his 90s by this point. But yeah,
I know he'd be well old, but that's fine. That's that. I don't know.
that would be quite strange, though, wouldn't it? Because it would be like we're making this new story with Matt Smith, Warriors Gate. We must have Kenneth Cope. Well, why is that? Well, I don't know. I've just got this feeling it's got to be Kenneth Cope. You know,
I just feel that. Yeah. And Moffat would feel that too. I'm sure. Yeah.
So, I did think momentarily. I did think, as a kind of homage to the kind of remake of Randall and Hopkirk, have Vic Reeves as Packard, but then I thought actually Reeves and Mortimer would be better as Aldo and Royce.
Aldo and Royce straight away, aren't they? Yeah, they're totally Aldo and Royce, and I endorse this completely. Yeah, I'd love to see them hefting the MZ around under all its like big foil.
Because it would be some comedy duo playing.
Yeah, Vic and Bob, totally.
Because I seem to recall that the script had a lot of comedy in it, didn't it? And that was then pruned because they were trying to be more like hard sci-fi and sort of po-faced about it. But I think originally it was written in a sort of a comedy sort of style. Right. There was a lot of banter in it and stuff. I think that's what I remember reading. Yeah.
Weren't they originally, those two originally called Aldo and Waldo? And somebody at TNT or somebody had went, no, we can't have them called Aldo and Waldo. So they kept Aldo, but they changed Waldo to Royce.
I mean, given that Chris H. Bidmead would tend to go through scripts and prune all the jokes, I was quite surprised watching this, just how many actually are still in it.
Yeah. It's a very character-based piece.
Yeah.
It's very, very character-based. Deceptively so, I think, because it's so visually stylish, but actually, everything that moves things forward is all done by the characters.
I very much enjoy the crew of the Privateer, the slave.
I mean, I'd watch a series.
They're really bad men, but
horrible.
They're not played to the cliches. They're not played to be evil. No. They're just incompetent and don't care.
Yeah.
And it's a very different feel to a lot of Doctor Who. It's very original.
Real. I remember it seeming a bit too real when I first watched. I mean, I was 8 when it was first on, and that lot kind of unnerved me. Because this was like something out of the Sweeney. I mean, Rorvik strangling the Doctor with his scarf at one point. You wouldn't get that now. Absolutely sure you wouldn't get something that graphic now. And that's imitable. It's they're not quite on the level of Stotts. They're the same kind of character to my mind in terms of being played fairly straight. They're not, they don't enjoy killing, for example, like Stotts does. But they're on that kind of level. They're just absolute cunts, a lot of them.
Well, of course, I think it's Rorvik, isn't it? He's played by the ultimate cunt, who is Clifford Rose. Was well known. I only just started watching Secret Army last year, I'd seen Warriors Gate before, but didn't really know who he was and what the big deal was about. Obviously, he was a big name at the time. And it's quite strange seeing him playing a sort of elite Nazi, and then in this he's like a sort of an evil Arthur Fowler. Almost. You know what I mean? He's like, he'll take you down his allotment and do you in. So it's a bit weird. He's very good with the German accent. It was just a bit too disconcerting post Secret Army watching him play a sort of a.
Sure.
I remember that at the time. I had that at the time because I used to watch Secret Army, and he was absolutely terrifying in that. Obviously, he's in this, and he's not quite as terrifying, but he's still.
I'd never seen Secret Army, so I didn't know who he was. But I remember when I started watching Callan, and of course he's in that, thinking, Rorvik.
Yeah. And he's very good in this, apart from his one moment of laughter, which I think is appalling.
Yeah.
And you could just cut it on "I'm finally getting something done" as well. You could just do that. But and I remember thinking that was terrible as a kid as well. But also I think as a kid I was going, has he really cracked? Is this what madness looks like? Does it make you laugh really badly? Maybe it does. I don't know.
I think he was probably told to keep going, wasn't he, in the gallery?
Probably. I suspect so. Yeah.
Well, the director's pissing himself laughing.
By who was he told this? Because basically half of it seems to have been directed by Graham Harper.
Yeah.
Because Paul Joyce was doing lovely stuff, but taking forever over it, and J&T and Barry Letts were going, no, you can't, it won't get finished. And I know that J&T was very much adamant that there wasn't going to be a Shada on his watch, certainly for the first season. He was very keen that was not going to happen again. And so apparently Graham Harper took over and got on the floor and got a lot of it done.
Yeah.
He's finally getting something done.
Go
ahead. Time round.
Excellent. Anyway, I don't think we've actually started episode 1 yet, have we?
No. Yeah, shall we get something done? Yeah. All right.
Well, we've set the scene. We've got the, what we're going to change.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the story, I mean, as Steve said, it starts with that epic opening shot, doesn't it? Where he's kind of, he's got at least one bit which looks like a bit of 4-wall set, and he kind of moves his camera around there, and it goes on for ages. But
I love the graffiti. That seemed very modern at the time, that you had a spaceship with graffiti in it.
Yeah, run down.
It's one of those clever modular sets, that one. It's every room you see in the ship is in that one set, but that means you can kind of go around the corridors and realistically go into different areas.
It's quite striking. All the upper areas are basically just scaffolding bars, which are kind of screwed together in a normal way. It's clearly just a bunch of old scaffoldings.
Yeah.
But we pan past Aldo and Royce, who are looking a bit bored, and then we get up to the bridge, which is kind of a higher bit, and there's a sort of a countdown, isn't there? A countdown going on. It's quite atmospheric. And then on the bridge, we've got these guys, these slavers, Captain Rorvik, as we say. And then he's got various people working for him. He's got Packard and Lane are the main guys. And they've got a Tharrell strapped into the chair. He's visualizing where they're going. So none of that's explained at the time. This is all done visually.
Who's playing?
But we need to cast these guys. I
think Rorvik might be a woman in this.
I thought it might be a woman.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
In fact, I actually thought Helen Mirren. It's something that actually fits Helen Mirren for a change.
I thought Helen Mirren. I vaguely thought Josette Simon.
Oh yeah, that would work. Yeah.
Fairly randomly.
I can see that. Yeah.
You want someone who can do that cold edge though, and Helen Mirren can do that.
Yeah.
She could do that. She could play. She'd be good casting for Rorvik. Should we give it to Helen then?
Yeah.
Years of slaving away in monster costumes.
Yeah, I mean, she hasn't done much for a while, Helen.
No. Doctor Who's always looking out for her. Let's feature her a bit. Doing the work.
And then we got, I guess the second in command is Packard.
It's very old Kenneth Cub.
Very old Kenneth.
Yeah.
I knew who he was at the time because I remembered Randall and Hopkirk. They must have repeated them at some point.
I don't think I did. I don't think I saw Randall till the 80s, till that repeat session.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, what about Phil Dupasus as the Tharrell?
That's the Tharrell.
He kind of looks a bit like Phil Dupasus anyway. He's the Tharrell that's strapped. It's Phil Dupasus as you've never seen him before.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, he's not been on TV. I guess he was still. He was quite like a household name around that era, wasn't he? So
he's still around. I still see him in QI and things.
Buzzcocks.
Going, but
you would have been on Buzzcocks. Not that I'm entertaining the idea.
All right, we're just human.
Who would play Tharrells then? I suppose. I mean, it's somebody more of a sort of a dramatic presence, or
they are very dramatic, aren't they?
They are quite dramatic. Yeah.
About Tharrells. One, Birrock's very, very Shakespearean and dramatic, and two, Laszlo minces. He doesn't walk; he minces. He minces everywhere. You have a look. You have a look at Laszlo. He minces. Even when he's got a knacky face, he's mincing around.
He's not the most push. Yeah.
I mean, Rafe Fiennes is a bit of a reach, isn't it? Shakespeare.
We've had Arnold Schwarzenegger in this many times. I mean, anything's possible.
I'm a Farrell. I don't want to talk about it. He'd be a bit like that, wouldn't he?
What's his name? Kenneth Shakespearean.
Branagh.
Branagh.
Let's reach for the stars, Branagh. Okay.
Branagh
Branagh
is the Tharill.
Branagh, isn't it?
Oh, Branagh.
I don't know why we start talking like that. He doesn't talk like that.
No, he doesn't. Yeah. I hear that all the time on the streets. So maybe it's just seeped into me in ways.
I'm thinking about Branagh movies now, and I've come to Keanu Reeves doing a dodgy British accent.
It's not going to be Keanu.
Oh, Branagh's all right. Okay.
Yeah. Keanu's American. You wouldn't cast an American as a Tharill.
He's doing a dodgy British accent.
The shadow of my past and your future. That's how they talk.
Because they live in castles and things, don't they? So
yeah.
I guess it's got to be English, isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely. Tharrills don't wander up and kind of go like, "Whoa, dude, there's like mirrors and time shit." That's not Tharill.
It's a very different type of sound, that's for sure.
Well, yeah. Mind you, there's still Phil Jupiter's on the table, I suppose.
Phil Jupiter should be Lane, because Lane's really big and he's quite funny.
Phil Jupiter's Lane is perfect, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. Who was that?
Lane.
The guy with the beard, the engineer who was always walking around with the mass detector.
The big
guy.
I see. Yeah. I like the way with Lane, Warwick's always going, "Oh, we take you with us because you're big, you can threaten people." And then any physical situation, Lane's never getting involved. It's quite soul, but they
are a lovely lot. I get the feeling that a lot of this came out in rehearsal.
Yeah.
There's so much lovely stuff with that crew. I really would watch a series quite happily. That's the way they go on about hit it, hit what? Close the door after I've gone through.
The mass detector is so big as well, it's like
and as we outlined before, not really necessary because let's detect a mass, or I could just use my eyes. It's over there.
Where's the mass? Most of it's around your neck, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they're just taking the piss out of Lane.
I like the bit as well. It's quite early on. I like the bit where Bjork escapes and then he runs into Lane in the airlock and they just look at each other.
Yeah.
And he just lets him go.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm not getting involved here.
Beautiful. I mean, the general attitude of the entire crew of like, yeah, I'm just not going near that unless I really have to.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're using the Tharrills, aren't they, for their dimension hopping abilities or something, aren't they?
Yeah. They're navigators, basically.
They visualize where they're going. Yeah, that's the idea. So that's why he's strapped into the chair. But then they hit a time rift. Yeah, and they get stuck in that basically, and then
somewhere in America, young John Blum sees this and goes, "A time rift, you say?"
Time rift. Yeah, indeed. Yeah.
A time rift, you say?
Convenient.
Yes, Lily White Hands.
Sorry, John.
He does it himself.
So their warp drive's fucked, basically. And then it's when Sagan takes Spivak below to get him fixed up that he kind of wakes and escapes and runs off into the void where the TARDIS is.
Yeah.
I tell you what would be different in this version, and I was thinking this as I was watching it. You don't actually see the outside of the ship until about episode 3.
Huh.
It's all, there's no sort of exterior shots of the ship, going into the time rift and things like that. I think you'd get more of that in this
Yes,
version.
you would. You'd get a lot more.
Yeah, we need a decent pre-credit. So time rift.
Yeah.
We get some effect shots.
And can we use this time rift as an excuse to bring the TARDIS into this area because the TARDIS presumably hasn't been stuck in E-space before this?
Yeah.
So why don't we have that time rift causing the TARDIS to be sucked in? and probably starting a bit more of an obvious countdown and contraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Smith there sort of flapping and going, oh no, and then they get sucked in. Yeah.
And then suddenly it's just void.
Yeah.
And that's probably the end of your pre-credit.
Things are going to get a bit rifty. He could sort of say something like that, couldn't he?
Good. He could riff on that.
Yes. Rifty, and then you see the TARDIS tumbling into the, Well, so I think with Moffat, you get a lot of jokes that he would come up with, and he maybe didn't explain the context, so he'd say something, and it's a perfectly legitimate way of doing it. I think James Gunn does it a lot. He just puts a joke in, and it's like, well, he hasn't actually explained the gag. It's like someone just says something where it's going to get a bit rifty, and if you know, and it's all very funny. But Moffat was a bit like that as well. So there'd be lots of things like that being said, and you have to really be switched on or seen something else ages ago to know what they were talking
references,
about.
Basically.
Yeah,
it's a very different approach to Chris H. Bidmead, isn't it? It's there can be a lot more gags. Yeah. Time wins. There we are.
Yeah.
But isn't it, aren't the time winds happen because Birox opened the doors? I mean, I think
burst into the TARDIS.
One thing I did note, which ties in with Paul's point from a few minutes ago, actually, is that a couple of stories earlier we had Meglos with Scene Sync, where you kind of saw actors coming out of the model of the ship and crossing over to the other model of the thing. And yes, the chroma key, actually, it's a lot better in Meglos than in this. The chroma key wasn't magnificent, but it sold it, adding movement sold it a lot more. And this would really help because you haven't got any points of reference apart from the three edifices, the TARDIS, the thingy, and the ship. And it would be nice, if we saw Birok running from the privateer with it in the background. One shot to sell it is all you need.
Maybe they just ran out of time. But it would have been a good idea, wouldn't it?
How you do it is with bloody back projection, and it would look fine.
What's the void going to look like then? Is it just white mist? Is it
white?
That's what I think. Yeah, as if you were kind of walking through clouds. I think that's how I kind of imagined it would look in the Matt Smith era. Sort of.
I think that isn't it. Is it Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, where the TARDIS engines exploded and it's kind of held in time, and they're in this white void with lots of bits of exploded machine frozen. I think it'll be a bit like that.
So you do think there'd be nuts and bolts suspended in midair?
I didn't mean the actual explosion.
I see.
The white void part rather than exploded bits of TARDIS engine.
I see.
So
there might be other bits of building as well as the actual gate, mightn't there? There might be other just like random half demolished walls.
There might be floating stuff. There might be floating bits of scenery. They might do that more. That's a bit more motion.
Visually, because the privateer's got a big hole blown in the side of it. It would be quite nice if the bits are kind of, off somewhere, in their own reality. Hovering about.
I wouldn't focus too much on the bits.
I always focus on the bits, but
I can't help myself.
I'm just, I'm not that into the privateer's hull bits. And I'm surprised you are. Or am I?
It's a good job it's not Tennant, or he would have been, bits!
I love bits. Bits suspended in void. Brilliant.
I haven't seen bits in ages.
I think these days I can't really reach that octave. Tennant. My voice would immediately go, but...
I think Matt Smith's going to be kind of playing it down. I think he's going to be a bit concerned by this. I think he's going to drop like he does very effectively. Sometimes his Doctor just drops the flapping and takes it seriously. And
I think a lot of that's Matt Smith as well. I really get the impression that a lot of the time he's reining what's in the script in. That they maybe wanted him to be more Tennant-y, to be more kind of big, and he brings it down quite a lot. I think a lot of that's him.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. And it's a good choice.
Because they incline, don't they, in the newer series, they incline towards that sort of very exaggerated sort of comic book style of acting, don't they?
They'll Capaldi kicked it in the arse. Yeah.
So Biro pictures the TARDIS, presumably.
Well, as I was saying, the doors open, time winds come in.
Yeah.
And are we sticking with the time winds, just fucking Rory up, basically?
Do they fuck Rory up? I mean, they fuck up the Doctor's hand, don't they? And
they fuck K9 up.
K9, they fuck K9 very much.
So we've got to fuck someone up.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Rory.
normally getting fucked up, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So it's Rory.
Yeah. So Rory becomes an old man, basically. We do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or he becomes like half old man. It could be really quite like the Doctor's hand. Maybe half of him could be quite grotesque and terrifying.
Okay. Yeah. And he goes a bit sort of doodally, and he's a bit kind of bit vague. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
His memory wafers turn to polystyrene and fall apart. Yeah. Maybe his genitals do as well. I don't know.
Poor Rory.
Yeah. Strange he had polystyrene genitals in the first place, mind you. No, I suppose I said they turn into, but never mind, carry on.
Well, he was part Auton, wasn't he?
He was part Auton,
yeah.
Polystyrene, though, are they?
Did they ever resolve that, or did he just continue being an Auton? Or
I think they resolved it by resetting the universe.
Yeah.
Yes.
As far as I recall.
Well, the first time.
Yeah. There was a big old reset button in the plot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But everything was fine apart from the polystyrene genitals.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you can't have everything.
Having said that, why would the Nest teams bother giving Autons genitals in the first place? They don't shoot out of them.
I don't think Autons are known for having genitals, are they?
Yeah. But then the Nest team is an alien. We don't know how an alien thinks.
Maybe
they just swing to one side and there's another gun in there.
Well, I did kind of think, oh dear.
Maybe he's been forced to make his own genitals out of polystyrene because he's just like Action Man down there, and he's
because of the Autons. So his genitals didn't come back when the universe got reset. Rory's not going to have been an Auton in Time Ram. That didn't happen. That was up to Ben. Ben will have polystyrene genitals now.
Ben will have polystyrene genitals.
Oh, poor old Ben. He's been through the ringer, isn't he, Ben?
He'll have residual power from the ring, so he'll be able to grow a new set. It'll be fine. Or the Navy will give him somewhere off on a tangent.
Stop! This is a tangent warning.
Yeah, so I apologise. I've kind of dragged this into a sort of a BBV sort of area here.
I wouldn't apologise. It's very, very easy to do here.
Yeah. It's on brand.
Yeah.
Ramage.
So the slavers, they see the TARDIS on their scanner. So Aldo and Royce get sent to break out the portable mass detector. Meanwhile, Birok, he's out of phase. So he kind of warns the Doctor and Amy not to trust the people that come after him, and then he disappears. So the Doctor goes after him, doesn't he? He basically says, "Right, wait here," and he's off.
I don't quite understand where the time winds went. Did they blow off? Are they like storms? Did they come and go?
Maybe it's just not windy the rest of the time. I don't know. Yeah, it's just dies down. It's all right. Yeah,
could be a time gust.
It was a time gust. It was a random time gust, and Rory was in the wrong place at the wrong time gust.
Yeah.
Which
way wasn't a time guff?
That would be bad.
It's a different kind of winds.
It is.
I bet Autons don't have sphincters.
Well, there's the headline for the episode. Do Autons have sphincters?
It's another comedy song waiting to happen. I bet Autons don't have sphincters and Nestons don't have knobs.
So I guess Amy's left to tend to Rory in that case. But then Warwick, Packard, and Lane approach. And the Doctor follows Birok to this big medieval gate thing. And inside there's a feasting hall.
Yeah.
Some cobwebs. There's some cobwebs there.
Yeah.
Cobwebs hanging out. And then Birok disappears into the mirror.
I hate that they didn't make the effort to make the mirrors look more in keeping with the rest of the set. So you've got this very medieval set and these just big sort of mirror-on sheets in an obvious square frame. Make it look like a bloody ornate mirror. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I suppose it's an
It would
alien
in
castle,
this.
isn't it? I mean, medieval times, not known for big old mirrors,
Yeah.
I suspect it might have been something to do with the effects, as in, you'd have on one set that square mirror, and on the other a square bit of green cloth with a slot in that he's going to go through, or something. I know that it's a sort of wobbly wipe thing, that one, isn't it? But I would guess. I don't know. Actually, yeah, you're right. Make it look like the Gundam, that sort of old weathered look.
Yeah.
Because the Gundam are a bit underused, aren't they?
Yeah,
a huge amount. They're quite scary.
They're quite effective, aren't they?
They didn't scare me at the time. The whole sort of skull thing inside the mask. And in episode 3 as well, where they just come bowling in and can fuck your table up, mate.
Yeah.
They're quite effective. Episode 3, I think, made the least sense to me when I was 8 years old.
That's fair. Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to have a lot. I mean, are we condensing this to one 42-minute episode?
I would imagine so. Yeah, I'd condense it.
I think you probably can, yeah.
You can lose a lot of stuff with Adric and K9 in the Void. You can lose a lot of stuff with Romana and K9 Adric in the TARDIS. I mean, we just did that scene before. That's going to be a short bit of Amy comforting Rory, Rory's going to be going, "You're not going to want me now because I'm half old. And I've got polystyrene genitals." And she'll be going, "I never minded the polystyrene genitals. You've always had them. It's not been a problem." The other bit, that's grotesque. Because I'm Scottish and I'm going to tell you the fucking truth. But but it's not a long scene.
No, I think we definitely can condense it. And like I said, I mean, Adric does nothing for about 2 episodes.
Nothing. Adric and K9 just wander around the Void, and then K9 kind of dumps them.
Yeah.
I love it. The first chance K9 has to get away, he's kind of like, "Yeah, I'm just going to pretend to be mad. Right, I'm off. Bye."
It does feel a bit like it was written without Adric, and Adric was kind of inserted into it.
Yeah, inserted. Yeah.
Don't emphasize the word inserted when it comes to Adric. Don't do that, Williams.
I don't know. It came to me. I don't know. Yeah.
Commercial time. Hi, I'm Juliet.
And I'm Nathan.
Experience Doctor Who from the very beginning through a classic fan's eyes.
And through the eyes of a new Who fan.
Reminisce and relive those classic moments with Nathan as he offers fun insight.
Or experience them for the first time with Juliet as she dwells on social issues, history, fashion, and the size of a flashlight.
We're the Time Streams podcast.
Find us on Spotify, Stitcher, or Apple Podcasts. You have been listening to Time Ram. Woof, Time Ram.
All right, well, we're at the end of episode 1 of the original version, where the Gondon robots, they come to life, don't they?
Yeah.
And they give the Doctor a bit of a runaround. But eventually he gets the better of it. And then
cutting back to him after, and he's got like 5 pike staffs that have all been cut off in his hands.
I do like the bit where
the robot again.
There's a bit where Tom pretends to be a robot, doesn't he? He kind of stands there still for ages, and that seems to fool it.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do that thing where he kind of bends down and they hit each other with their axes?
That's right. Yeah, the 2 of them.
Yes, that rings a bell.
One of which unfortunately bounces off his back and looks terrible.
Yeah, it's a shame about that. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Should we do that again? No, we ain't got time.
Probably they haven't got time. Yeah.
It's 5 to 10.
It's always 5 to 10, isn't it, when Doctor Who's being made? We noticed that.
Yeah.
I think they didn't bother doing anything until it was about 5 to 10, and then they'd have to get an entire episode.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
Yeah, you better do some recording. Completely lost track of time.
Because there were points where they were kind of plunged into darkness, weren't they? The union rules, they literally just cut the power,
Yeah, the BBC unions at that time were so strong, they would literally just switch the lights off. And
I can't remember which
the director
studio
would have to go and beg every single one of them, every union member there, for an extra 10 minutes. And they'd probably all go, because they're getting paid for it. But, he'd have to ask every single one.
It's the Leisure Hive. There's a bit of a studio tape from the Leisure Hive where it gets to that point and the director says, "Okay, can we go again on that?" And the voice goes, "No, sorry," and the lights go off. You actually see it happen on the tape. Still recording and it just right off, like... And the director, you can hear the director kind of going, "Yeah, all right."
Because you'd be plunged into blackness, wouldn't you? I mean, I know what that's like. But I mean, you just, I guess you have to feel your way out or something.
Well, I imagine they had the house lights.
Might have had house lights. Yeah, I think
they generally do.
Oh, they did have lights. No, I just thought it was literally just all the lights went out.
Yeah.
No. They turned the filming lights out. The proper lights, but
some lighting. Yeah.
It'd just be the light of Tom Baker's fag as he strikes one up immediately on 10 o'clock. Suddenly, from somewhere, a pint appears in his hand.
Of whiskey.
And a bar, he's leaning against a bar. Where'd that come from?
See, I mean, if you're in the Gundans were actors, weren't they?
Yeah.
So that would be awkward, if they turned most of the light off and you were stuck in one of those. That would be quite awkward.
They would definitely have house lights. Everyone would not be in darkness. The other lights would come on. That is what would happen.
Yeah. I'm kind of labouring it, but you know what I mean. It's like if you were in a good costume, if you were like Drathro or something like that, you'd be in trouble, wouldn't you? You
wouldn't be happy. Yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah.
If you were effectively wearing an Arga on your shoulders, that would be that would be a bit of a challenge. But so anyway, yes, the Doctor's defeated the Gundan robot.
Yeah, we get some scenes as well by the TARDIS because Amy leaves Rory behind and goes out to confront Rorvik and Packard and Lane. This bit doesn't quite work, really, does it? But both of their ships are stuck in time.
She's faking it. She's just faking it. She's going, I know all about warp motor. Show me a warp motor.
I mean, the problem is
it's people. It's something. Let's try.
Yeah, they decide Romana's a time sensitive, don't they? And which, as a Time Lord, okay, that kind of works. But Amy ain't a Time Lord.
I had a thought. There's all that talk in the Moffat era about sort of residual TARDIS energy, about River being constituted your TARDIS traveler, and it changes you. Maybe there's a misreading on the mass detector. That she isn't a time sensitive, but they think she might be. And that makes it even more dangerous if they're going to put her into the head zapper.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so they wander off with Amy. They go back to the ship, and Rory he's a bit worried. He follows from a distance.
Yeah, Rory comes out asking for orders. He's really confused. Bless him. Trying to triangulate things with his fucking ears, and he's gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
I have to say, in the original, there's that bit with where Lalla Ward says, if there's anything wrong, I'll put my arms in the air like this.
Yeah, I know.
And I have to say, I mean, is that not the sexiest Lalla Ward has ever looked in this series? There's just something about it. I don't know what it is about that bit.
Yeah.
Ask Fish about that. I remember Fish and I think when I got a copy from the Want or something, we watched that and we both thought the same.
Yes.
Because there was a lot of behind the scenes strife, wasn't there, at that point? I think they hit her and Tom Baker had split up and they weren't really speaking.
Well, that was on State of Decay. They were all right by this, apparently.
I mean, they had a very complex relationship, didn't they? You read Blue Box Boy, it sounds like they were fighting quite a lot of the time.
And Steve Camden's book on the ones that he was on. Well, mostly it's State of Decay, where on location Tom wouldn't look at her, and you can see it on every. He's never looking at Romana when he's talking to her. He's just off in the distance. I've
been watching the season 20 extras on the Blu-ray, and there's an interview with Matthew Waterhouse, and he says, Tom never looks Lalla in the eye on any of it. If you look, he's never looking her in the eye.
On the location, he does in the studio. I mean, that bit where they're sitting in the cell and he goes, "You're wonderful." He does at that point, but they're made up by then.
Yeah. Well, from what Matthew Waterhouse was saying, he never looks in the eye at any point in any of them, which I could believe.
I think that video evidence contradicts Mr. Waterhouse there. However much he might want it to be the case, it is not.
Yes, so they need a new navigator on their old ship, don't they? So they plug Amy in, which is even more tense, I suppose, because they say if she's not a time sensitive, it's going to burn your brain out.
She's not time sensitive.
And she's not a time sensitive. Yeah.
But that's the sort of thing people would question it, wouldn't they? But Moffat would just say, "Well, you're obviously not clever enough to understand it," which is I think what he used to say about a lot of things, wasn't it? Which was certainly an approach.
It's a good hand wave. I wish I thought of that.
because he was Scottish, he could just go, fuck off, and that'll be fine. You can accept it.
What if it actually does cause her damage? And they abandon her, and Laszlo comes in and rescues her. She's unconscious and takes her through the mirror, and that heals her.
Yeah.
And then that gives her the determination to get Rory through the mirror.
Yeah.
Because really, as you said, unfortunately, all the characters we have in this are completely different. They're not Romana or K9, who have very specific skill sets and abilities. One's a fucking Time Lord. The other's a fucking robot dog. So I think we have to give them different motivations to get them to the same places plot-wise that we need them to be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it goes poorly, doesn't it? So they still need to break out another Tharrell, which is where Laszlo comes in.
What would the Tharrells look like in this version, do you think? Would they still be lion-y? Just probably slightly better, but lion-y.
Tharrells? Hairy.
Yeah. I would say big hair. I can't visualize really big hair on them. Yeah.
I think much the same, just a more refined makeup job.
Yeah.
Maybe some padding to change the shape of the body a bit under the costume. Maybe make it a bit more cat-like. I don't know.
It might be a bit like
nowadays.
Cowman. You remember
muscles like the Zygons?
Yeah.
You remember Cowman from The Woman That Lived? They might look like Cowman.
I do not remember Cowman. What the hell?
When we did The Woman That Lived, the guy in the bushes, in The Woman That Lived, and you called him Cowman throughout the recording.
I knew it was going to be me. I knew it was.
No, it was on you. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember Cowman. I'm sorry. I make him up with these things, but holding on to them, I cannot do as well. Cowman.
If they're going to be padded up, can they be padded across the shoulders like David Threlfall and Nightingale?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Now he'd make a good Tharrell, wouldn't he?
Yeah. He could be Birrock.
Let's have him as Birrock. There we go. Great. Yeah. Excellent.
Okay. Yeah.
Playing it like he does in Nightingales. Ideally.
Poor David Threlfall. I mean, he is this excellent Shakespearean actor, and
incredible.
Every time we mention him, it's just as Ding Dong from Nightingale.
Yeah. I mentioned him many times. I think he'd be another one of the greatest doctors we've never had.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he is Ding Dong.
Somebody told me years ago, I don't know if this is apocryphal or genuine, but apparently he did a tour with the Royal Shakespeare Company of Macbeth.
Mm-hmm.
And on the show they went to see was his final one of the run of Macbeth of this tour.
Yeah.
And towards the end of it, he comes on as Macbeth dressed as Rambo. Because they were just having a bit of a laugh because it was the end of the tour. So.
Excellent.
Also a bit of Throwful trivia that you may know. Recently on was it Radio 4 Extra, they repeated a sort of a 1980s science fiction sitcom called 1985, which was the takeoff of Orwell.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Lindsay starred in the first series, and then he left, and then in the second series he was replaced by David Threlfall, which I thought was an interesting coincidence, and this was before about 3 years before Nightingale or something like that. So
I didn't even know that.
No,
not strictly necessary, but I found it intriguing.
Yeah.
None of this is strictly necessary. None of us is strictly necessary.
No.
That's a reasonable point.
Yeah.
It's quite a reasonable way to be.
Yeah, I was just going to give some plot, which is the Doctor's dismantling Gundam robots to find out what's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about, the Empire and the slaves and all that shit. And then Rorvik turns up. Rorvik, Packard, Lane, Sagan, they all go to this gate that they've seen, that Amy's visualized. Leaving Aldo and Royce to advise.
Again, they could have just looked out and used their eyes.
Yeah.
Don't need a navigator in this. There's not much.
Yeah, should we go to the gate?
Missed.
Should we go to the gate that we saw on the screen? What, you mean the only thing that's in this entire fucking place? Yeah, we'll go there.
Look, man, ship, gateway, TARDIS, end.
I was thinking when I watched this that when the Doctor first goes to the gate, I think in the Matt Smith era, because they could do it, they'd have him walking round the entire piece.
Mm-hmm.
So from the back, it would look much the same as the front. So they'd have him walking right round it and then going through the door. You know,
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
impossible doorway. You know.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely something dimensionally transcendental about this guy, isn't there?
Yeah.
Alden and Royce are left to revive a Thal on the ship because they got all these Thals in sort of deep freeze. And that goes quite poorly. Meanwhile, the slavers, they turn up, they interrupt the Doctor, and he escapes through a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Better luck. And we're kind of his hands recovered. That's right. It's all better. Yeah. And this Thal Laszlo, as you say, he's a bit damaged as well, and he manages to free Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Are
we going with Amy being damaged as well, or not?
It can do. Yeah.
It's just for there to be a consequence. That's all. It just seems a bit of a brush off if there isn't something, you know.
Yeah.
And we know we can do it through the mirrors. What's Rory doing? You'll get a cutaway to Rory, just kind of like, I don't know, taking a dump somewhere in the middle of the void.
It's a bit difficult because K9's turns up at the gate, doesn't he, when he gets the shit kicked out of him by these slavers.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's right for Rory.
And we don't need any of it.
We don't need it. We sort of need to simplify this bit anyway, don't we?
I mean, the trouble is that K9 turns up in the gateway and tells the Doctor useful stuff that K9 would be able to find out. Rory can't do that. I suspect with that, we'll just get the information out of a gun down. He just goes back to sticking a screwdriver in his head and giving it a twist.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate how many scenes there are in this where K9 gets picked up and you can quite clearly see it's an empty shell.
Yeah. That happens a lot with the empty one. They never seem to get that right.
Yeah.
Or think to put a bottom on it.
Yeah. All it needs is a piece of cardboard on the bottom, you know.
Yeah.
We're constantly looking up K9's skirt. It's a bit naughty, isn't it?
It is.
You know, he's polystyrene balls under there. It's terrible.
Yeah.
He hasn't got polystyrene balls. He's got cantilever.
Is that better?
Yes, I would have thought so. Well, at least it might function. Polystyrene, they're never going to. Well, they're locked into one form, aren't they? Polystyrene can't change its shape. It can't grow in size and majesty.
Can't operate machinery.
With a bit of cantilevering, you could at least achieve that. K9's much better off than Rory.
Yeah.
K9's basically data. K9's fully functional.
Cantilevered. Yeah.
You should see K9 in the evening. He kind of like goes to a special bar, and the TARDIS is kind of like, "Hey, ladies, affirmative."
Oh, please be quiet.
How do you think they'd handle because they have that quite striking other realm, which is black and white photographs of somebody's country estate. How do you think they'd handle that in the Matt Smith era?
I think it would be a lot more 3D, because nowadays you could easily remove the color from everything but Matt Smith in that shot. So they'd probably just shoot it on location and then do that.
Yeah, just go to some stately home and shoot it there.
Yeah.
Black and white background, color Matt Smith.
But I like the fact that they're still photographs. It gives it a real atmosphere. It's very.
I do. Yeah,
it's clever. It must have been a nightmare to line them up, but especially the one that's from high up.
Lining anything else up on chroma key.
So much of the story is chroma key, isn't it? It's like Underworld there again.
It really is. So much of it's correct, except by choice this time.
Yeah.
And like I said, that is the letdown. It was when I was 8 as well. The chroma key really stood out as being, because in that void you can't hide anything.
Yeah.
Well, you know who was executive producer on this series?
Yeah.
Rory likes a bit of chroma key.
Likes his chroma key. Yeah.
Polystyrene hard on for chroma key.
Apparently, let's go polystyrene genitals as well. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm implying. Well, when he sees chroma key, I think maybe they transform into polystyrene appreciators.
I think sort of J&T is going into Barry Lett's office and going, "Yeah, we're going to do a lot of this sort of chroma key." Oh yeah, tell me more. Yeah, yeah.
And then I think J&T doesn't go into Barry Letz's office very much again after that.
So, like we said, we probably want to simplify some of this, but they are going back and forth across the void, noticing that the distance are getting shorter.
Mm-hmm.
And Aldo
Which
and Royce
will actually be able to see.
Yeah. Aldo and Royce get sent to get the MZ. I don't know if we still need it, but they sent to get it.
Pronounce that Z.
Is it MZ? Is it MZ?
It's because it was made in England. It's the MZ.
It's the MZ. Sorry, folks. I went American.
This is what happens if you don't watch ITV as a child. You get influenced too much by young people in social media and start saying Z.
For some reason, it just seemed to make sense. But yeah, you're right. It's MZ. Yeah. Okay.
I love the MZ. I love the fact you never see the whole prop. It's really impressive in photos and exhibitions. Yeah. But most of the time, it's covered with a massive bit of foil, and when it isn't, you just see the front.
I love that story that they had that foil sheet over it, didn't they? And it crackled too much.
Yeah.
So they backed it with a piece of black fabric, and it still crackles like fuck. I mean, it doesn't actually make any difference. It's still really noisy.
There's all those scenes, isn't there, with Adric and Romana talking to each other, and in order to get a shot of them talking to each other, they have to keep lifting the blanket up and putting it down again.
Yeah.
It's like, just talk to
the camera inside the blanket, maybe. Yeah.
BBC.
Anyway. I mean, to be honest, you don't even have to have the MZ there. They can just be stood in a corner with a bit of a blanket over them,
Yeah.
Do a close-up, that's fine. But yeah.
So I guess a lot of this is the scenes, isn't it, with the Doctor in this strange black and white area. Bjork explaining that the Thals used to have their own big empire, a great empire.
Yeah. The one scene in which you see the Lady Tharrell, she's only in for like about
very briefly. I was like, oh, Lady
20
Tharrell.
seconds. Yeah.
And then you barely glimpse her.
Yeah.
She's quite sexy too.
She is, I'm afraid. Yeah.
There's her and there's the surfing wench, isn't there? It's just quite fun.
Yeah. Bob was very protective towards, of course. Mind you, all he did at the end of the shoot was take her and put her behind his bar and go, there you go.
I do love all that stuff with Tom where he gets, where he fills the goblet up and then knocks it over.
It's proper good stuff, isn't it? He gets some good stuff, and it's a good story for Tom. This,
it is, and
he takes it seriously.
Yeah,
I love as well at the end of that as well. After he's done all that stuff, the guy puts a knife to him and he just like pushes it away, and they're like, don't even fucking bother.
Yeah, absolutely. That's completely the attitude. It's tremendous.
Yeah.
I don't, there's all this thing about them sort of reining in Tom on his last season. I've got a feeling it was actually because Barry Letts was there, because he's always utterly effusive about Barry Letts, who gave him the job.
Yeah.
I do wonder maybe he just behaved a bit better because Baz is there, watching.
Because he was quite poorly for some of the series, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He looked noticeably
against David Cage. They had to put his hair in curlers for the first time ever because it went all straight, which would be a bizarre sight.
Mm-hmm.
He looks thin in Meglos when you see him when he takes the coat and the jacket off, and he's just wearing the shirt and the waistcoat. He looks really thin.
Yeah. He did lose a lot of weight, and you see him in City of Death beforehand. And he's got a good paunch on him.
Yeah.
When he's running around Paris. So something did happen. Yeah, I remember there being a rumor years ago that he got a tapeworm or something like that. How true that? I have no idea.
When he was in Egypt, wasn't he? Immediately before filming the season, doing something there. So I think maybe he got something there.
He probably caught it in Soho.
From
Jeffrey Barnard.
Yeah. I stood on in his pint.
Have you seen that there's a sort of I think it's a Sunday Times profile piece or something, a day in the life of, and it's just a lot of stuff you wouldn't be able to get away with now. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but it's stuff like, woke up in the morning. Is the electrical cord long enough for me to hang myself? No, damn. Anyway, so time to get on with the day. That's not exactly what he said, but that's the sort of the gist of it. It's just. I mean, now there'd be a trigger warning.
That's like I was saying earlier. You wouldn't get the shot of Rorvik strangling the Doctor with his own scarf in nowadays.
No.
For one thing, Matt Smith doesn't have a scarf, but you can't really do much damage with a bow tie, I suppose. I don't know. Never tried.
Sort of the bow tie, yeah.
Yeah.
Battering
Yes.
with affairs.
We get some scenes where Amy's escaping from the ship. And again, I don't quite know how she realizes this, but she finds that the ship's made of dwarf star alloy. She just gets a bit off the hole in the side. It's really heavy.
Yeah.
She doesn't realize it. She makes the connection that it's really heavy, much heavier than it should be. It'll be the Doctor.
Yeah.
If she gets a bit of it, give it to the Doctor, and the Doctor will go, it's dwarf star alloy.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that model, I have to say.
Have
been. The fact that it's flat on the bottom and has no sort of, thinking, give it something that looks like landing gear. Just why would anybody build a spaceship that was just flat?
But then, actually, why wouldn't you?
Well, because if you land on anything other than a completely flat surface, it's going to
be really unstable. Yeah.
Yeah,
but so you imagine it's been designed for flat surfaces. It's like saying if a massive cruise ship tries to dock in anything but a dock, it won't work. It's designed for that. So maybe it's designed for landing on places that have got sensible flat areas.
Without so much as a pebble
to land on.
Yeah.
Sensible flat areas for all.
But it is kind of an odd design. Yeah. It's like a sort of it's like a sort of a boxy sort of swan, I think, isn't it? It's got like a long neck. I don't know how it would sustain itself if it had to take off and
swan.
go into it.
It's just meant to match the set, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember whether it's described in the script. I know it's described in the book as having a sort of vaguely Viking kind of quality or something like that. I don't know enough about what was written compared to what was built.
It's not the best. It's not the best model work generally in this story. I mean, it's we were saying I love this story, but the model work isn't fantastic.
It would look better.
It's hard to do.
The stuff at the
hard to do.
Yeah, particularly the stuff at the end where they're doing the explosions and things, and it's just looks like it's on a tablecloth. It just doesn't look great.
The trouble is with model shots, a lot of what's selling it is you put detail in the foreground.
Yeah.
And that hides a multitude of things. If you look at a lot of Doctor Who model shots, or model shots from that time, or Thunderbirds, you get that sense of distance and scale by I'm gesturing and you can't see it. Whereas in a white void, you've kind of got problems.
It's
a difficult thing to realise, really. It's kind of surprising they didn't not to do it. But
back in the feasting hall, we get scenes of Burok. He's defending his empire. Says the weak enslave themselves. Which is, come on, Burok.
Is he playing against Ding Dong?
The weak enslave themselves. Do you want to get on the end of this?
And then the Gundam come in. They give it some, don't they? They smash them up. And then there's that great cut. Brilliant at the end of episode 3 with the
and then we jump forward in time.
Slams in the
gorgeous stuff.
Problems back and
Christ, that's good stuff. Yeah,
that is great. It really is.
And the sound effects, we haven't mentioned the sound effects because they blend in so seamlessly, but they really help to sell the story. And the music. It's one of those seamless ones.
Yeah. And Amy's there. She runs in to kind of sort of warn the Doctor, and then they're back with Warwick, and they're kind of they're both a little bit in trouble.
It's actually, you were saying about the music, it's a fairly restrained score for that season.
It is.
Which generally has quite sort of all-pervading scores. This one kind of doesn't,
Yeah, it's not minimalist.
Peter Howell, isn't it?
It's quite nice.
Peter Howell, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, if you look at...
He's one of the best.
He is, yeah.
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 I mean, if you look at, like, The Leisure Hive in the same season, the music is all over The Leisure Hive. I mean, it's literally every few seconds. But this is kind of quite more restrained. Yeah. Maybe he was just spent from doing The Leisure Hive.
I also, the very look of it is sparse.
Yeah.
It's in a white void with 3 things in it.
Plus, you can use the sort of medieval themes, can't you?
Gravity apparently can't without a mass detector.
Yeah. You're going to have to get over the mass detector. It's gonna.
I've never got over the mass detector. I quite like the prop, actually. I fancy building a mass detector. But what would you do with it? Don't say detect masses.
Just go walking around acting with it.
Yeah, but to what end? And you might get some thug might come past going, "Oh, I like your mass detector replica." And I'm going, "Well, I'll build you one, but you can't have this." No, I'm having it. And if he's got more mass than me, then he might take it. And maybe that's the act of detection. Maybe that's why I'm supposed to build it. Not fucking going to now. That was too complicated.
Okay. So yeah, the Doctor and Amy, they're stuck with Rorik and his men now. There's some great scenes here with they're handing out sandwiches to his men.
Yeah.
And Rorik's trying to inspire them, and they're going to go.
It's kind of like for anyone who's ever worked in an office, it's kind of like an office environment, isn't it? Where you've got a really enthusiastic manager.
Yeah,
yeah. All the stuff
exactly
like
that.
Oh yeah, whatever.
It's like even when he says you're going to starve to death here, none of them care enough to kind of go. I suppose.
You know what? Ricky Gervais might work as Rorik.
He might actually. Yeah.
I mean, Helen certainly would, obviously, but
yeah, he starts doing his dance at this point, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His blast dance. Selling it to them.
That could be misinterpreted.
Yeah, but that never stops us.
I love that their rations as well are so sort of pickle-based.
It's 90% pickle, yeah.
I mean, maybe you're
quite brave. He
pops
an entire pickled onion in his mouth.
Yeah.
And then he carries on acting. I'm like, blimey.
That's Tom Baker.
Yeah. That's a man who's been in some pubs in his time.
Maybe that's his party trick.
He probably subsisted on pickled stuff in the evenings. You'd have to have a pickled egg and a pickled onion from time to time just to soak up some of the booze.
Yeah.
It's the only thing he can taste anymore.
And one of those drinking games, we see how many pickled onions he can get in his gob. You know,
I love as well that Lana Ward sort of picks up pickles with chopsticks.
Yeah.
Which is a feat in itself, I think.
Impressive, yeah. And she's definitely going, I'm not touching this.
Yeah.
Lady Lana Ward. No.
Yeah. Yeah, she'd have been born handling chopsticks.
I suppose if Ricky Gervais played Rorik, that would change the whole nature of the character, because he'd be sort of, having cameras following him around, and then it would turn out he was a sort of failed musician, and what have you. It should be quite entertaining, I think.
You have scenes, where Lane's managed to put Packard's stapler inside a block of jelly and stuff like that, and he can't get it. He's like, So the Doctor's trying to point out to Rorik that they're all trapped there. Only the Pharaohs can use the mirrors. Everyone else, they're a dead end. And I think possibly this is where Rory comes in, isn't he? He kind of takes over the MZ.
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's staggering a bit.
He's staggering a bit, but yeah, he
managed
them out there. Yeah.
Or he's just been having a nap under the foil all this time.
Yeah, maybe he's just been there. He's been having a little kick. Yeah. He's tired. That's him. Yeah.
Because half of them's getting off it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely and warm under here.
Yeah.
He's just curled up under there like a cat, He's like, yeah.
Have a quick pull of the polystyrene while he's there,
Yeah. This is the scene
going, what's that squeaking noise?
This is the scene where the Doctor realizes the privateers made a dwarf star alloy, and that's why it's been contracting.
Yeah.
So not only has it got a flat bottom, it's made of a kind of infeasibly heavy metal. It's just the worst designed spaceship in the entire universe.
Yeah, your flat surface isn't going to grab along because it's going to collapse underneath the weight of this thing. Yeah.
It's got stanchions. Obviously.
Stanchions aren't going to help you.
They are going to help you if they're engineered properly. You don't know about stanchions. K9 would know.
I quite like the scene again as well, because as soon as the Doctor starts talking about this stuff, Packard and Lane are both kind of going, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. But then Warwick won't listen. It's like, no.
Yeah.
It's a fun dynamic. And there's Birok pops up as well. He tells them to do nothing, which turns out to be significant. So
do nothing.
Yes,
that's nicely shot as well when he's talking to Birok, and they kind of he's got his back to him in a kind of two shot. Instead of like facing each other, it's nice.
Lots of lovely stuff in this. Yeah, there really is.
Yeah. Rory distracts the slavers and they escape. Basically, maybe they don't run back to the TARDIS. Maybe they go back in the mirror. Might be a better place if they want to get Rory in there.
Yeah.
But they can't go back to the mirror. They've just got out of that room. That's where Rorvik and all the dudes are.
Yeah.
I suppose Amy and Rory leave at the end, don't they? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. They run back to the TARDIS. There's a sort of a comedy scene where they fire the MZ at the mirror. So they're going to
that'll be more visual. We'll see that.
Yeah, see, that'd be quite fun. Yeah, I wanted to see them really messed up and just covered in shit. It doesn't quite happen. Yeah.
Well, they come out and they look fine, and then they kind of walk away, and they've like got no backs on the uniform. You can just see their pants underneath.
Oh my God,
like a cartoon.
You can see their polystyrene bits. Yeah.
That's only Rory.
We cut to the chase. The Doctor and Amy decide to try and stop them doing the back blast. Yeah, we might need to simplify this, but yeah, they kind of it feels like they're treading water a little bit plot-wise, doesn't it? Laszlo. Yeah, we can cut it. Laszlo goes back to the ship and frees the Tharals. There's some scenes here, some quite nasty scenes with Sagan reviving Tharal.
Yeah.
And then Laszlo comes in and kills him.
Yeah.
Sagan's a bit of a git, isn't he? He doesn't do anything for most of it, and then at the end here, he's an absolute bastard.
He's just sadistic as hell. Yeah.
You
see, and he looks like Sid Vicious.
Yes, true.
Yeah. The fact that Aldo and Royce find an excuse to kind of go somewhere else is very.
Yeah. Sit down, have a cup of tea. Yeah.
Yeah. Very clever, imagine. Yeah.
If these are Vic and Bob, when he gets them to come and help him, they can just go, "Oh, I've fallen." Lowers himself very slowly to the ground.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much we're keeping in that case, but yeah, certainly in the original version, the Doctor fights Rorvik, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they go back there to try and sabotage the warp engines, don't they, to prevent the backblast?
Prevent the backblast, yeah.
Because of that, I'm not sure if I can do it. The backblast backlash will bounce back and destroy everything. Oh my God!
Hey!
Yes. Yay!
Why would you write a line like that? Fair play, Lala Ward.
She goes for it. You can tell she's been practicing.
Oh yeah, she's not letting that line beat her.
No.
But honestly, I would if I wrote that, I'd say it out loud and I would immediately change it.
Yes.
It does seem like he's having a laugh at that point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite a nice dramatic finish there where they have a bit of a fight, but then Bill just takes them away basically. And that's the point, I guess, where Amy says, "No, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to say, Rory, get him fixed up, and we'll stay here."
And we'll help the Tharals and
time travelers. Yeah, help the Tharals. Yeah. He says, "You were the best."
At the end where Birok's kind of going, "Yes, you will be our Time Lord." What was it this time? It's like, "You will be our Scottish woman."
You will be our Scottish ginger woman.
And we will travel far.
With this Scottish ginger woman.
With the new abilities of Scottish ginger woman. And her polystyrene boyfriend. Husband, sorry. Sorry, Rory. I promise I wasn't boffing her last night. Lion time boff. But she's time sensitive. Etc.
Yeah. So with the power of Scottish gingerness, they're off, and the Doctor is a bit heartbroken. He's a bit lonely.
He'll be heartbroken and lonely this time.
Matt Smith way of his, and off he goes.
Might brush away a tear.
Yeah, and we see the Tharals. They're escaping the privateer. They're coming through in a sort of stream of oddness, and then everything blows up.
and everything goes up and
the black. I can't even say back blast. The back blast will be a kind of enormous special effect in this, isn't it? Like huge.
We might actually see the crew buying it because it's a bit anticlimactic, really.
All the mirrors shatter.
Yeah.
The crew all melt like the end of Rid of the Lost Ark.
Yeah. Apart from Vic and Bob, they'd be off somewhere doing something. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're just left in the void at the end, no Pravity and no gateway. The TARDIS is gone.
Yeah.
And so it becomes like waiting for Godot.
This is great. What do we do now?
Start whacking each other with plans.
Yes.
Just in a void forever.
Ensplinment.
So this will be replacing. Oh, was Amy and Rory's last? The thingy Angels of
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure it's a better exit for them, but I think it is quite. It's quite a nice version of the story.
It's a bit random because Romana, she has kind of being a time lady, she has an affinity with other time sensitive creatures. Presumably, it's not a leap that she would go and help the Tharals.
Yeah.
And and bearing in mind she's very much introduced as almost a student in Rebus Operation. It's the natural end. She becomes the Doctor.
I'll tell you what, why don't we adapt that Angels of Manhattan beat where the Doctor never gets to see them again, and kind of go, right, because Rory's stuck behind this mirror for the rest of his life, this is it. So he's having to say goodbye. And he's properly heartbroken.
Except, you see, I thought of that, but the rule is that organics can go back and forth through the mirror. Canine can't, because memory wafers only heal one way. But there's actually no reason why Rory couldn't just go, oh, I'm healed. I thought exactly that.
But they're stuck in E-space now because the mirrors only lead into E-space.
Hang on, but that room is inside the gateway, isn't it? What happens to that when the backlash bounces back and destroys everything?
I mean,
doesn't that room get destroyed with all the mirrors in it?
No, you're behind the mirrors. You're all right. You're okay there.
Oh yeah, if you're behind the mirrors. So maybe that's it. They can't get to the TARDIS in time.
Yeah.
The mirrors.
So they only have the option.
They're in
for some reason, the Doctor had to go to the TARDIS ahead.
Yeah, they're in another universe.
Yeah, once the mirrors have broken and shattered, that's just like a doorway is gone.
There we go. Backblast. Excellent. Excellent that way. Loving it. Good.
I think we've improved on it. I think we've put a bit more because it's a very complex story, and I think 1980s Doctor Who, it sort of wanders around a lot. So we've pruned. You can prune quite a lot of stuff anyway. So we've made it leaner. We've made it keener, but not greener, obviously, because there's all the stuff with the engineering and what have you. So
I think it's quite good. Yeah, I think it's right. Yeah.
I think it'll be an excellent Matt Smith story. Yeah,
better than the Tom Baker version.
Better, no, because I love the Tom Baker version. I don't think you'd have quite the same excellent banter and relationship with the crew. You wouldn't have time for a start. They'd be a lot more sketchy. You might get time on Rorvik and Packard, but not much else. You ain't got time for it. Visually, it'll look better if they keep the same general sort of aesthetic of it and just do it with modern effects.
I've found as we're doing these that it's easier to fit a classic era story into the Moffat era than RTD. I think
absolutely,
Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi kind of work in classic era stories more so than Tennant does.
The sensibility's a bit closer.
Eggleston to an extent.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's just
Moffat, I guess.
Yeah.
Right, are we good for numbers then?
Okay.
Yes.
The Doctor is Mr. Gatwa.
Oh.
Indeed. Baz, what are the story numbers?
So, yes, stood up to 210.
One, 3, 5.
Is the Curse of the Black Spot. Shooty Gatwa.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of tangents in that one, isn't there?
Yeah.
We need to do more news stories, so I'm happy to crack on.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Outro. Yo, so that, listener, was Warriors Gate in the Matt Smith era. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you thought in the comments. I don't know where the comments might be, but tell us. I've been Rupert Booth. With me were Barry Williams.
Bye-bye.
And Paul Ferry.
Adieu.
And thank you for our special guest this week, Steve Palace.
Thank you very much, and I will leave you in the style of Rory as he's about to get blown up. Ah ha ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. You know, keep going. All right. Tarnishing the legacy of a secret army.
Yes.
A side of Nazi persecution you've never seen before.
And thanks to Paul's brilliance, you can find all our links of all our socials on the website.
Yay!
Which is magnificent. And one of the greatest things that's ever happened in Time Ramage. So go to the website and then you can talk to us all in ways. And we might
Timeram.com.
Timeram.com. Yes,
Yeah,
that's the website.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ben Jones for doing our music. Hope he doesn't have polystyrene genitals.
I'm not aware that he does.
Would you
I
be
haven't discussed it with him. I mean, you know,
Well, exactly. I mean, you know, I'm not convinced by this.
I haven't sat down with him at some point, so tell me about your genitals. You know, let me know.
I wouldn't approach it like that. I'd approach it from the polystyrene.
All the gateways are one.
Postman fucking Pat. What's the point of Postman Pat? He delivers one letter a day. He's got one letter. That's his job. And sometimes he's got a helicopter. He uses a helicopter to deliver this fucking letter. These people are paying 50p for a stamp, and he's delivering their letter by fucking helicopter. Where's the economics? Postman fucking Pat. Anyway.
Direction point.
A Doctor Who podcast network.